Entitlement comes from the place that I feel I already deserve this. I feel like I deserve this. I don't have to pay anything. I don't have to pay any time. I don't have to pay any energy. I don't have to pay attention. Think about that. I don't have to pay attention. I don't have to pay attention to you. I don't have to pay attention to your thing. But because I feel like it's mine. I already Law of assumption is not entitlement. Law of assumption comes from the place of truly embodying the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts of already having it in the positive form. Enthusiasm, ecstatic, blissfulness, joyfulness, peacefulness, enlightenment, which just means light inside of yourself, light inside of your mind, having a positive mind frame. Okay? Samadhi is what they ultimately say, but it's just bliss. Okay? And so when you feel more in these states, regardless of how chaotic it is around you, you are still internally harmonious. Okay? To be internally harmonious with chaos going around you is the greatest stoicism that you can ever emit. The greatest stoicism that you can emit. There is so much abundance in it. It's just like being abundant even when everyone else around you might be in scarcity mindsets. See, and the thing is that more consistency, as we are more consistent, let's stay on this, okay? If you're more consistent, that means that this is what Kobe Bryant was talking about. If I wake up at 4 a.m. and I practice 4 or 5 times a day, every few hours, okay, it's going to be way different than if I practice every day as well, but I practice and I sleep in till 8 a.m. It's only 4 hours difference, but in those times, those were 2 extra practices. So those 2 extra practices, he gets those every single day. That's 700. That's over 700 new practices every year. So every 5 years, that's 3,500 practices. We talked about the 10,000 hour rule. That's 3,500 practices that he's practiced shooting shots. He's practiced working out. He's practiced this type of mindset. He's practiced cultivating, waking up early. All these different things. This person is significantly more consistent and more persistent. They are going to be generally in the ruling class. They're going to generally be more noble. They're going to be generally more royal. They're going to be generally more famous. They're going to be generally more rich and rare. They're generally going to be more fit because they cultivate a more consistent, more persistent mindset. The thing is that it's not about getting it now. It's always about getting it now in this day and age. It's not about getting it now. It's about putting off getting it now. That's the answer. It's about putting off getting it now. So when you need this and you need this, or you think that you need this, that's a big thing too. If you feel like you think that you need this, if you feel like you think you deserve it, if you feel like you think you need this stuff, if you feel like you think you want this stuff, you should gaslight yourself and you should question yourself and you pose the question to yourself and be like, should I give myself this thing now for instant dopamine, instant gratification? Should I scroll? Should I get immediate dopamine for the men? Should I release for the women? Should I release? Should I do any of these types of things? Or am I going to put that off, that instant gratification off, and use that thriving testosterone, that thriving estrogen, go to the gym and become a better husband and wife? Am I going to be a better brother? Am I going to be a better son? Am I going to be a better husband? Am I going to be a better human? Okay, and that is the cultivation of being more consistent. Okay, now we mess up. So say that you're every other day, every 2 days. Just do every other day. You're already doubling. You're getting better. You're doubling it better. Okay, now the same thing. Start doing it every day if you do it every other day. So I'm generally like the every other day type of person. I'm really consistent. And even on the days where a lot of times still I'm on the every day. But I've realized that the more that I do every day, the easier it is to do it because it's just a daily habit. Instead of like that off day where I'll do something different than what I would normally be on, 11-11. See, and then that enters into that doorway where more consistency